Proud to broadcast high school athletics online from Portland's West Side. We are West Side Mobile Media, Banks, Oregon.
I like their Wi-Fi. I've had no issues with it either time I've been here.
Thanks for joining us online for this broadcast of Banks Braves High School Athletics on Westside Mobile Media. Banks Braves Athletic broadcasts are brought to you by Jason Bond Remodeling, Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, LaHaye's Custom Embroidery, Banks Post Newspaper, Wanna Credit Union, Main Street Pizza,
that's a great
Scoggins Creek Coffee, Specialty Screen Printing,
I can go off the roster on
ISP,
the screen until
whole building,
tip. I just need it for scoring.
and likeness to view party events, and
Okay.
Oregon Army National Guard. Now, here's the voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beer, alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee.
Good evening. Getting scoreboard updated for game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader at Riverdale High School. A big win tonight for the Banks Lady Braves, likely to remain a top 3A girls basketball, as they do remain undefeated, coming back from a 4-point deficit to start the fourth quarter at Riverdale High School in Southwest Portland, going on a 21-8 run, coming back from a 28-24 deficit in the final period for a 45-36 victory. 14 points for Alex Saunders and 13 for Madison Bigsby in the win for the Lady Braves, who now improved to 18-0. And look to take a 3-game lead over Riverdale, and depending on what happens with Corbett, I doubt Corbett's going to lose to Neocani, although Neocani with a lot to play for. With the loss from Riverdale tonight, Neocani could be fighting for the third spot to the playoffs as well. I'm Trevor Beard alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee on the boys' side. Jonathan had the call on the girls' side.
Thought we might have one that was setting up there for a while in the third quarter. I thought it was maybe set up for another wild finish like we had against Corbett, but Banks stepped up their intensity in the fourth quarter, and Alex Saunders really leading the way with a couple of big three-point plays and some hoop and harm. Just an exciting game. It was an exciting game throughout, and hope to have another exciting game here tonight. See what kind of game the Banks boys bring here against Riverdale tonight.
Starters being introduced for the Braves in their navy blue uniforms with Vegas gold checkered pattern along the sides of the torso, Banks in gold lettering, and gold trim on the jerseys, gold numerals. Starters will be number 2, Wyatt Selleck, 6-foot senior guard. Number 3, Ben Mayo, 5'11", senior guard. Ian Bodine, number 12. Grayson Voss, number 22. And Logan Kind, number 23.
Good to see Logan Kind back in the starting lineup, but I'm sure we're probably going to see Dylan Jansen make an appearance because Dylan has really been coming on inside. He brings that 6'3" presence for them and really gives them some great edge. Basically one of their tallest players inside and really helps them out. But, you know, looking at the roster for Riverdale, they don't really have a lot of size. So, you know, Banks could maybe go roll with the 6'1" Logan Kind.
And they haven't really taken advantage of their size too much in a lot of their games. It's been mainly the guards that have been doing the bulk of the scoring. They're probably one of the leading rebounding teams in 3A with the size of Voss and Dylan Jansen, but a lot of putback opportunities they've just missed at the rim, and that cost them in the loss to Astoria at home about 2 weeks ago.
Well, I would say this lineup here on the floor to start for the Banks Braves is really a very good basketball IQ lineup. They don't really make too many mistakes with careless mistakes. Good ball handlers out there. Wyatt Selleck, Ben Mayo will carry the ball. Grayson Boss is a good ball handler. Also a very good defensive team.
And the tip is won by Riverdale into the backcourt. Moving right to left, west to east as you look at your listening device with the basketball, the Mavericks. Left wing Andrew Lamb on top to Anders Nielsen. Nielsen back to Vaverka on the right wing near side to Andrew Lamb around the perimeter far side. Back to Nielsen. Left wing three between the rim and off, no good from Andrew Lamb. Rebound to the Braves. Mayo pulls up to Bodine, left wing, drives left baseline, will bring it back out. Left wing back out on top to Selleck out near midcourt. The gray and kind of dark blue Bulls. It's a Bulls design logo, but team name is the Mavericks. Mayo, nice backdoor pass to Wyatt Selleck, laid up and in. Nice backdoor feed from Ben Mayo, and the Braves have an early 2-0 lead just about a minute in. Mavericks now back with the basketball, driving left baseline, cut off, another left corner three off the side of the rim, no good from Andrew Lamb. Braves with the rebound, and Selleck into the front court to Bodine. Right corner three is an air ball, wild shot, and rebound is going to come down to Anders Nielsen for the Mavericks. Into the front court, gets it back, and now with it left wing is Calvin Jarvis. Back to Nielsen, holds against Mayo. Now Mayo will pick up the pressure. Right wing to Andrew Lamb, back to Nielsen far side. Bounce pass to Calvin Jarvis, stolen by Bodine. Near side, drives to the basket, right side, lays it up. No, we're going to have, wild. Bodine comes up a little gimpy, a little slow to get up. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. I think that's a play that could have gone either way. Bodine definitely came into the basket out of control, and officials took a little time to decide on whether or not it was going to be an offensive or defensive foul, but Ian Bodine at the line to shoot two. First team foul with 6:23 left as Ian Bodine hits the first. Foul will be on Nate Jenke.
Same two officials here that did the varsity girls game. Reminder that even for baseball and softball, they're already recruiting 4 officials. So if you'd like to earn some money and get in shape, stay in shape, come on out. And, training is about to start here soon, so you can be a high school official.
Got an email earlier this week from OSAA as a former basketball official from last year. There's not only a need, but a dire need, and at this time I think maybe even in danger of not having a spring sports season. Three from Nielsen, left wing, no. Rebound tipped and controlled by Selleck for the Braves. Wants to push into the front court, left wing Mayo, head fake. Goes into the corner, drives left baseline, hangs. May have got away with the travel. Bodine, jumper, right side, high post, no. Tipped out of bounds by Logan Kind, and it's going to go back to the Mavericks with 5:46 to go in the quarter. Braves a 3-0 lead to start the game.
That's just something that what Logan Kind does right there. It blows my mind when I see high school players today. They go up there and they put their hands in the rebound. They're always pushing it instead of flipping it to themselves.
Jenke, double team, saved by Bodine. Ball still loose. Mayo comes down with it into the front court, drives inside. Out of control, ball loose on the floor. We're going to have a turnover. Ball will go back to the Mavericks with 5:28 left. Banks with a 3-0 lead. A field goal from Wyatt Selleck and Ian Bodine, 1 of 2 at the line. Grayson Voss and one-man press in the backcourt. Jarvis saves it right to Bodine, and Braves come quickly back the other way. Driving all the way to the basket right side, has it knocked out of bounds and apparently off of Ian Bodine. It's going to go back to the Mavericks with 5:14 left in the opening quarter. Still a 3-0 Braves lead. Jarvis to Janke in the backcourt. Back to Nielsen now around Grayson Voss. Nielsen double teamed far side, gets through it. Lamb down along the baseline right side, out to Jarvis, swing it left wing and poked away, stolen. Ben Mayo is going to get out into the open and lay it up and in. Ben Mayo with the layup, a 5-0 Banks lead, 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Timeout Mavericks. Banks with a 5-0 lead, already 3 turnovers for Riverdale. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this. This is Banks Braves boys basketball on Westside Mobile Media, built by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
By Logan Kind to stay with that ball and just recollect it, and refocus, and go right to the rack.
7-0 Braves lead, 3:35 first quarter. Stolen again by Ian Bodine. Into the front court, all the way to the basket. Lays it up, no! Off the front of the rim. Rebound tip to Grayson Voss. Bodine drives left baseline, can't go up, bad pass. Logan Kind able to save near side. Selleck with a wild three that's an air ball, and it's rebounded by the Mavericks. Nielsen far side, working on the lob to Robert Miller, stolen by the Braves. Selleck back the other way, hangs, no, but it led to the line to shoot 2. Substitution for the Braves, as getting ready to check in for the first time are Bo Wormington and Dylan Jansen. First free throw for Ben Mayo rattles home. He has 3 points. It's a 8-0 Braves lead. Got the scoreboard flipped. Second free throw. Oh no! Spoke a little too soon. 8-0. At least an 8-0 run to start the game for the Braves. Under 3 minutes. Andrew Lamb far side, out near midcourt, drives against Grayson Voss. Right wing to Miller, back out to Andrew Lamb for 3, no. Riverdale still has not scored. We've played almost a little over 5 minutes into the first quarter. Wormington now in the game. Right wing to Mayo. Selleck holds on top. Nobody's going to pick him up. Goes right wing to Mayo. Tries to get it inside. Back to Selleck. Right side, top of the circle. Cross court, left wing to Wormington. Can't go up. Selleck bounce pass back to Wormington. Again, Braves trying to work it inside. Pass tip, but gets it to Jansen. Selleck to Mayo, right corner. Brings the ball up to the wing. Will bring it back out near side and reset. Selleck comes up top of the circle to reset the offense. Right wing to Mayo, back to Selleck. A couple of dribbles. Starts left, comes back right to Mayo. Selleck on top under 2 minutes. Drives, tries to split a couple of defenders, kicks it out to Mayo. Drives into a defender. We're going to get a blocking foul, I think, on Rocky Rockney. Second team foul on Riverdale. No, foul is going to be on Andrew Lamb. 3, not 23. Non-shooting foul, and Wyatt Selleck will inbound. 1:52 in the first quarter. Banks an 8-0 lead. Wormington back to Selleck near side. I believe Braves are working on a double stack. Selleck dribbling, splits a double team, loses the ball off his foot. Pass ahead to Rockney, and we're going to get a foul before the shot on Grayson Voss. Nice job to get back defensively and commit the harm to stop the fast break opportunity and force Riverdale to set up the out-of-bounds play. Jarvis will check back in for Riverdale, replacing Andrew Lamb. Calvin Jarvis, 6-foot sophomore guard, wing combo player. Nielsen to inbound, left of his own basket, way out on top. To Rocky Rockney will set up the offense. Right wing to Jarvis, bounce pass back to Rockney, holds with one hand, back to Jarvis on the right wing. Can't find anybody to get it open. Double teamed. Pass is tipped. Gets it back. Oh, right to Robert Miller for a wide open layup, but only the first field goal of the game for Riverdale, and it comes with just over a minute left in the first quarter. 8-2 Braves lead. Bounce pass inside. Jansen can't handle it. Hit him right in the chest. Back the other way come the Mavericks. Rockney pulls up. Right wing will bring the ball back out. Nielsen drives inside, double now triple teamed, able to save the ball off the floor. Jarvis along 2, no, but a whistle and a foul called, and that's going to draw the ire of Pat Marley as he's in the ear of Dylan Jansen on that foul. Almost 3-point shot opportunity that time for Riverdale. Calvin Jarvis at the line to shoot 2 after the foul on Dylan Jansen. Second team foul on the Braves, 3 on Riverdale. Jarvis misses the first free throw, no good. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Banks an 8-2 lead. Second. Oh, they are calling it a 3-shot foul. He missed the first, made the second, but he's still at the free throw line.
Yeah, it was a 3-point attempt.
Christian Lyda now in the game for the Braves.
Jarvis has some wild-looking shoes.
Jarvis hits 2 of 3 at the line. It's 8-4 Braves with 49 seconds left. Lyda, we're going to have a Braves timeout. 41.7 seconds left. It will be a 30-second break. We'll keep it here. Banks 8. Riverdale 4 on the boys' side. Banks Lady Braves remain undefeated, improved to 18-0 in one of the top 10 girls basketball programs anywhere in the state, and that includes the 6A level. To go undefeated at 18-0 is an incredible feat, even if they're unable to get the win at Corbett later in the week. But coming back from a 4-point deficit to start the fourth quarter for the 45-36 win, 14 for Alex Saunders and 13 for Madison Bigsby. No surprise with those two being some of the defensive leaders for the Braves.
Well, coming into tonight, the Banks Braves, you mentioned, the all classifications. MaxPreps.com has his all classifications list, and they were sandwiched in between 4 of the best teams in 6A as the number 3 team in all classifications in the state.
We're back for boys basketball. Lyda to Selleck. Riverdale picking up their defensive pressure, trapping on every catch. Selleck finds Wormington open left corner. Gets it down inside low to Jansen, tries to flip it up and in. Dylan Jansen with a big bucket, and it's 10-4. Banks, final 20 seconds of the first period.
Well, there's that size advantage that I talked about in the pregame. Dylan Jansen using that. Here's a steal for the Braves.
Stolen by Bodine, drives to the basket all the way, can't get it to go off the front of the rim. Looked like it should have been a goaltend. Riverdale defender slapped the bottom of the backboard as the ball was still at the rim, and Braves playing patty cake with the basketball instead of shooting as time expires. But we'll still go to the second quarter with a 10-4 lead. After one quarter, it's Banks 10, Riverdale Mavericks 4. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Jim's Market.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
(10-4) Banks as we start the second quarter. Braves basketball as Wormington inbounds to Selleck. Selleck, Lida, Wormington, Bodine, and Jansen gets the kind bounce off the side of the rim. Little 8-foot jumper right baseline. Second field goal for Dylan Jansen, and it's 12-4. Mavericks into the front court. Nielsen gets it open to Rockney. Wide open left corner three off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound to the Braves. Selleck quickly into the front court. Pulls up right wing. Double teamed to Jansen. Finds Wormington in the right corner. Over and off, no good. Rebound to Miller. And Riverdale is going to be fouled. Or was it knocked out of bounds? Looked down for a second to update the individual scoring, and I heard a whistle. Apparently no foul, just knocked out of bounds by the Braves. Nielsen, one dribble, high pass, too high for Miller. Another turnover for Riverdale. 6 turnovers already in the first half for the Mavericks. Braves with a 12-4 lead early second quarter. Trevor Beard alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee. Jonathan with the call on the girls' victory tonight as the girls stay undefeated at 18-0. Wormington right baseline, out on top to Selleck. Splits a double team, drives free throw line, kicks it over to Dylan Jansen. The hot hand, no, just a little bit short, but the putback by Wyatt Selleck, his second field goal, and it's 14-4.
4 points and 3 rebounds now for Wyatt Selleck.
Janke into the front court, double teamed. Rockney, a wild pass out to Nielsen near midcourt. Lida pressures him near the half-court stripe. Rockney left wing, double teamed. Selleck and Wormington are there left side. Back out to Nielsen. Lida slapping at the ball. Nielsen is going to get a screen, and we're going to get a loose ball foul on either Wormington or Lida. Lida trying to come off the screen, and it will be on Christian Lida.
It's a hand check. It's that point of emphasis in high school basketball this year. They're really cracking down on putting your hand on the offensive players. You can't do that. They're going to call you every time.
6:22 first half. Banks a 14-4 lead. 3A Coastal Range League boys basketball, representing the northwest region of the state of Oregon in the state's mid-level classification. Pass stolen by Bodine. Far side. Bounce pass to Wormington. One dribble head fake. Can't get it to go. The tip by Bodine. No. Rebound to Nate Janke. Braves again, a couple of missed layups at the offensive end.
Well, Trevor, that was the second steal. As down here, you had your head down, but Wyatt Selleck almost came up with another steal over here. Banks really coming out with a lot of pressure, a lot of, like we talked about in the girls' game, Banks, boys doing the same thing, active hands on defense.
Banks will get their starters in next whistle. Out on top to Janke. One dribble drives left high post. Nielsen takes an NBA three. High bounce off the back rim, no. Rebound to the Braves. Selleck, Banks is owning the boards tonight, including the guard. Selleck tries to force his way inside, and it's knocked away. Stolen up ahead to Rockney, and we've got a couple of players collide. And Selleck is down, taking a look at his left knee. We're going to have an official's timeout. I do not think the basket will count. Selleck appears to be okay, limping a little bit. Collided with, I think, Jarvis in the backcourt on the fast break opportunity for Riverdale off the loose ball, and officials are going to stop play to make sure both players are okay, as apparently wet spot right along the right side, top of the arc.
It's perspiration. It's where Wyatt fell down there.
It will be Riverdale basketball, as they had a fast break opportunity that was blown dead due to a injury to a player from each side. White Selleck got the worst of the collision. Oh no, they are going to give the ball back to Banks. It must have been a jump ball situation.
Well, Banks had the ball.
Mayo to Christian Lyda left side. Jansen drives, wild pass saved by Lyda out near midcourt. Mayo right corner to Bodine. That's off the side of the board, no good. And a loose ball foul on Ian Bodine. He's going to get called for a push from behind, trying to sneak the ball back. 4:57 to go first half. Banks 14, Riverdale 4. 2 points for Calvin Jarvis and 2 points for Robert Miller, the only scoring for Riverdale. Every Brave that has been in the game so far has scored except for Christian Lyda and Bo Wormington.
Riverdale has yet to score in the second quarter.
Rockney inside to Nate Janke. Wild shot right of the key, no good. Rebound to the Braves. Lyda to Mayo. Tries to go up. Christian Lyda, top of the circle. Three, canned it. First field goal for Christian Lyda. 17-4.
It's a 7-0 run in the second quarter here for the Braves.
Braves picking up their pressure at midcourt. Stolen by Christian Lyda. 2-on-2. Drives, gives it to Grayson Voss. Good ball movement by the Braves. Kick it out to Mayo. Drives inside, left baseline, hangs, can't get it to go. Put back kind, no. Ball tipped around and controlled by Riverdale, but stolen by Grayson Voss. Christian Lyda left wide open again. Level right three, right wing three this time, and he cans that one. It's 20-4. Christian Lyda is on fire here in the second quarter with back-to-back threes. It's Banks 20, Riverdale 4. It is a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more second quarter action. 3:56 to go in the first half when we return after this from Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
And I've got rebounds too.
And we're back after the timeout from Riverdale. Christian Lyda, back-to-back threes, getting hot from the on the arc. Jonathan, you mentioned you had a look at rebounds too. I know Banks is dominating that part of the game right now. What's the totals on that side?
Well, I've got them down with unofficially with 8 rebounds here for the Braves. And don't really have an account on Riverdale.
Mavericks basketball as we return from the Riverdale timeout. Pass stolen by Christian Lyda all the way opposite side. Christian Lyda taking over this game but misses the layup. That time we're going to have a loose ball foul on the floor. I think he's going to go on Riverdale. That will be on number 23, Rocky Rockney. 4th team foul. With 3:43 to go, 14 fouls each side. Selleck off the inbound to Bodine, lays it up and in. Or Bodine off the inbound from Selleck, kind of said that backwards. Ian Bodine with 3, and it's 22-4. Riverdale having all kinds of issues with Banks defense. Riverdale's going to hold on to it barely as they're getting trapped in the near corner. Nielsen will inbound in front of the Braves bench, 3:25 first half. Banks on a 12-0 run in the second, out on top to Andrew Lamb. He did most of the damage in the Riverdale loss at Banks. Lamb back to Nielsen, near side left wing, dribbles around a couple of defenders. Banks again in a 2-3 zone. Lamb right wing, can't go up with it, can't find anybody to get the ball to. Nielsen left wing, tries to split a double team, wildly drives into the basket off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped. Rockney comes down with it, drives left baseline, will pull it back out, trapped in the corner. Tries to get around a couple of defenders, finds Robert Miller. Nielsen right corner three, canned it. And that'll end a 12-0 run by the Braves. Anders Nielsen for three, and it's 22-7 Banks with 2:40 to go in the first half. Braves with the basketball left to right. Lyda running the offense. Right wing to Bodine. One dribble back to Christian Lyda. Left wing to Mayo. Drives inside, double team, gets it to Grayson Voss and finds his way to the basket. First field goal for Grayson Voss. It's 24-7 Braves. Stolen. Mayo all the way to the basket, lays it up and in, 26-7 Banks. Right now looking like a top 5 team. Unfortunately, not a lot of competitive competition in the league, but we'll see how this game finishes out as Andrew Lamb throws up a wild shot right at the basket and is going to go to the line to shoot two. That will be on Ben Mayo. 5th team foul on the Braves, just under 2 minutes to go in the first half, 26-7. Right, Selleck will check back in for the Braves. Andrew Lamb gets the kind roll on the first free throw. Second free throw over and off, no good. 26-8, Braves with an 18-point lead in the first half. Pass nearly stolen by Jack Cassie, newcomer to the game for the Mavericks, shortest player on the team at just 5'6". Selleck to Bodine, right wing. Selleck to Mayo quickly. Backdoor shot, pass to Bodine, lays it up and in. 28-8, Braves up by 20. Still a little under 2 minutes to go in the first half. We may have a running clock in the fourth quarter or sooner in the second half now. And with 3 men at the top, it's the bottom half of the zone shifting up. Nielsen cross court to Cassie.
It's a 2-3 matchup.
Okay. Lamb pulls up for three against Bodine. Over and off, no, looked online. Just a little bit off to the left. Rebound to Banks, under a minute for the half. Mayo pulls up top of the circle. Selleck to Grayson Voss. Into the corner to the to the Riverdale bench. Riverdale JV Riverdale JV, who played the Banks freshman in the JV, what normally is the JV game, had that happen with about 25 seconds left. Inbounds, Riverdale came up with the steal, then just forgot who was on their team and threw right back to Banks on purpose. 28-8, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Banks cruising to what will likely be their 15th win. Andrew Lamb trying to make a move on Mayo, slips and falls, and they're going to call a foul on Ben Mayo, who I don't agree with that. Mayo had backed off, and I think due to the fact that Lamb slipped and fell on his own, they felt like they needed to call something, and so they're going to call a foul on Ben Mayo, his second.
Bo Warmington checks in the game for Mayo.
Andrew Lamb way out on top to Nielsen. Final 40 seconds of the half. Cassie. Nielsen nearly lost it through his hands. Reset to against Voss. Lamb drives inside left baseline. Across the key, far side to Cassie in the corner. Rockney to Lamb, has it poked away by Selleck out of bounds. 21 seconds for the half, 28-8 Banks. Started the second quarter on a 12-0 run. Bounce pass to Miller. Lamb Nearly lost it trying to drive through the defense. Out to Lamb. Rockney can't go up. Cross-court pass to Nielsen. Lamb, top of the circle, won't shoot. Drives through the key. Runner, no, but he's knocked to the floor and a foul called with 6 seconds left. And the foul will go against Dylan Jansen. 7th team foul, so not a lot of time, but Banks is now in the bonus, or puts Riverdale in the bonus. Second foul on Dylan Jansen. First free throw for Andrew Lamb is good, 28-9. One more will put Riverdale in double figures. Second free throw, Andrew Lamb hits a pair at the line. 28-10, Banks at the horn. Bodine cans it from the left corner for three to make the score at the half. Banks 31, Riverdale 10. Banks putting on a defensive clinic here in the first half, trying to hopefully maybe win some style points and pick up a couple of spots in the rankings that will determine official playoff spots in about 2 or 3 weeks when they are rankings officially freeze and determined. Riverdale finishing with 8 turnovers in the half. Banks with 4, outscoring the Mavericks 21-6 in the second quarter for a 31-10 halftime lead. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back after this from Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org.
Halftime, Banks with a 31-10 lead. We'll try to find you some other scores here at the half as we'll try to get you a look at the Wana Credit Union scoreboard. We'll let Jonathan Lee go over some of the first half stats and numbers we've taken through the first 2 quarters as we try to get you some other scores from games around the state. Okay.
Well, it's been a pretty much balanced attack for the Banks Braves in the first half. Nobody in double figure scoring for them, and 21 points in the second quarter, and it was really the hot hand of Christian Lida. Hit a couple of threes, had a 2-point inside, 8 points in the quarter, and he's got 8 points in the half to lead the way for Banks. Ian Bodine with 7. Grayson Voss and Ben Mayo and Wyatt Selleck, 4 points apiece. Logan Kine and Dylan Jansen with a couple of points each. And it's been Nielsen with 3 points to lead Riverdale. Riverdale really hasn't had much offense going, and Wyatt Selleck has been all over the place. He's been digging after loose balls, going after rebounds. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Wyatt Selleck. I'd say right now on pace, either him or Christian Leiter making a case for the Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game at this point.
Yeah, it's been the defense of Banks that has helped them come out to this huge halftime lead, and with rankings playing an important role in playoff positioning, Banks not a lot of opportunities in league play to move into or move up the rankings, with the Coastal Range League likely being the weakest in 3A boys basketball, but a convincing lead at the half, 31-10. If they could maybe even stretch this out to 30, maybe this would maybe it would move them into the top 5 and help their playoff positioning even more. But no matter what happens with the rankings game to game, it always comes up. If Banks moves up a spot, Riverdale moves up a spot. If Banks drops a spot, Riverdale drops a spot. So it always keeps Banks and Riverdale in that 6-11 or 7-10 matchup in the first round of the 3A playoffs. Banks would host that matchup, but there's no rule like there is in other classifications in the state where you can't play a league opponent in the first round. With a 20-team bracket and kind of a play-in round for a couple of matchups, Banks, Riverdale, and Yamhill Carleton would be the 3 teams advancing to the 3A boys basketball playoffs if the season finished today. However, we're going to see the same scenario for league playoffs that we saw in volleyball, where the top seed at the end of the league champion at the end of the regular season will host kind of a mini tournament. 3 will play at 2 at the league champion, and then the league champion will play the winner of that game. The winner of 3 versus 2 will go as at least the 3 seed, and the loser of the 1 versus 2 game will go as the 2 seed to the state playoffs. But that really doesn't matter because it's all based on rankings and not seeding to state like it is in 2A or 4A. Taking a look at some other scores from around the state as we pull up the OSAA website for the Awana Credit Union scoreboard. One final from 4A. Cottage Grove, Jonathan, your alma mater, with a 45-44 win at North Bend. No other 3A finals yet. Those are all late games for boys. 2A, Salem Academy over Colton, 48-27. Regis with a 12-point win at Blanchette. Our good friend Ian Hutchins coaching down there in Salem, former Banks alumni, recent graduate, also assisted with North Marion. Sandy Am with a 4-point win at Willamina, 51-47. Jonathan?
Did David Walker call that Cottage Grove North Bend game? The late David Walker. When I was at Cottage Grove at KNND Radio, David Walker, shout out David, the late David Walker. Now he was at KBBR covering North Bend, and every time Cottage Grove and North Bend at the time were in the quadruple A is what it was called back then, quadruple A. There was no 6A. Quadruple A was the top league, the top classification in high school sports, and we were in the Midwestern League. It was the five quadruple A Midwestern League was our league, and whenever North Bend would come to Cottage Grove for sports, I would get the call and we'd send it back to North Bend, and then whenever Cottage Grove would go to North Bend, David Walker would always provide the feed from KBBR. So a little shout out there for KNND Cottage Grove and KBBR Coos Bay North Bend.
A handful of other games have gone final from 3A girls basketball. Well, all pretty much final by now, but about half have been reported. Banks, of course, with the 45-36 come from behind win, a 21-8 run in the fourth quarter to stay undefeated and likely the top team in the state in 3A girls basketball. They'll be on the road at Corbett in their next game. Jonathan Corbett crushing Warrenton on the road tonight, 53-14. Neocani and Yamhill Carlton, no score reported. Taft winning at Dayton, 51-44. Taft currently in third place in the Pac West Conference. Taft of Lincoln City. Santiam Christian with a big 21-point win at Sheridan, 51-30. Santiam Christian at number 6. Jefferson, a 9-point win at home over Scio, 47-38. Nissa over Burns, 44-31. Vale over New Plymouth of Idaho, 43-33. And 2A Bonanza defeats a former 2A team, St. Mary's of Medford, with a crushing win at home, 59-33. As we get ready to start the third quarter, there's a look at your Awana Credit Union scoreboard from other finals we have gotten between the girls' final and halftime here of our boys' game. Final seconds, 23 seconds before the start of the third quarter. The next broadcast will be.
Well, here's a big game. I knew this was going to be big because Lake Oswego has a big presence inside, but the number one team in the nation prevails again, goes to 15-1. The West Lynn Lions beating Lake Oswego tonight, 70-63. West Lynn is just, they are loaded. I mean, they've got the kid who transferred from Westview, of course, for football, and now he's with the basketball team. They're a big three. It's him, and then of course, yeah.
And we're back for the start of the third quarter. Riverdale with the basketball, trailing 31-10. Mavericks white uniforms with dark blue trim and their bowl logo on the bottom of the shorts. Braves. We got you their color uniform color combinations in the first half. Lamb with the basketball. Rockney gets it from Nielsen, back to Nielsen, near side wing. Rockney drives left to the key, kicks it out to Jarvis for a left corner three that's an air ball. Rebound loose and controlled by Selleck. Braves will push with numbers. Bodine left corner, tries to go inside, but gets it out to Mayo left wing. Selleck to Bodine, will bring it on top. Mayo, right corner three. Defense forgot about him, and that's what he can do. Right wing three for Ben Mayo, 34-10. Braves early third quarter.
Hot Mayo.
Stolen by Voss. Gets it to Selleck. Drives around a couple of defenders, finds Ben Mayo again in the corner. Head fakes, drives right baseline. Kicks it out to Bodine, drives center of the key right in front of the basket. Around the rim and in, 6 quick points, quicker than we can keep up. 5 quick points, 36-10. Nielsen with the ball into the front court far side, loses it off his foot, but they're going to get a foul, I think, on Ian Bodine, or no, it's Grayson Voss. Our next broadcast after tonight, we'll have 2 next week, home games against Neocani and Rainier, and then likely be at Yamhill Carlton as well on the 7th, and then finish at Warrenton finish at home against Warrenton on the 9th. 3 from Nielsen, no. Left wing is a little bit too hard. Rebound to Bodine in the front court again. Bull in a China shop, but wisely this time kicks it out to Ben Mayo for another wide open 3, this time from the left corner, and it's 39-10.
In fuego.
Timeout, Riverdale. Banks has only increased their lead, now on an 8-0 run in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. It's Banks 39, Riverdale 10. I did not see if it is a full or a 30-second timeout. We'll keep things here. Definitely do not want to come back, have to come back early if it is only a 30-second break. Definitely want to thank all of our sponsors. We were able to get them all in during the girls game, but Jason Bond Remodeling, our official presenting sponsor. Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman at Premier Property Group, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, LaHaye's Custom Embroidery, Banks Post Newspaper, Awana Credit Union, Main Street Pizza, Scoggins Creek Coffees, Specialty Screen Printing, Gorgenet ISP, Econo Fab, Westside's Greatest Hits in Likeness of You, and Oregon Army National Guard. Nielsen will inbound to Rockney in the backcourt. Banks will back off their pressure. Nielsen gets it back. He'll bring it up undeterred into the front court as he stands, now picked up at the midcourt stripe, and it's tipped out of bounds as the Braves come racing up to pick up Nielsen in the front court. 5:58 to go in the third quarter. 39-10. Braves with one more point. If a 30-point lead, I think regardless of where in the second half, we'll have a running clock. Jenke to Nielsen. Comes back up in front of the scorer's table near side. We're located right next to the scorer's table on the north side of Riverdale High School gym. Lamb. Rockney holds now with one hand. Throws it away as Jenke tried to come up near the scorer's table and came to a spot and threw it away. Lamb threw it away. 10 turnovers now for Riverdale, and we're going to get a turnover on Logan Kine on the inbound as he, I think he was stepping on the end line or stepping on the court as he was trying to inbound the basketball. 5th turnover on the Braves. Nielsen against Voss. Drives, kicks it to Rockney far side. Way out near midcourt. Braves have just been stifling defense here in the first half, not letting Riverdale get anything even close to the rim. Rockney left wing against Mayo, drives just inside the three-point arc, bounce pass along the baseline, back out along the perimeter to Jenke, and he's bumped and fouled, and he's going to be slow to get up. He's grimacing, laying flat with his knees pointed in the air right in the center of the key. Going to get a blocking foul on the Braves. Grayson Voss, second team foul, third foul on Grayson Voss in the game. Nate Jenke at the line to shoot two. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. Banks 39, Riverdale 10. First free throw from Jenke is ugly and goes off the right corner of the back of the rim, no good. A little bit cleaner that time, but still too hard off the back rim, no good. Jenke misses a pair. Score remains 39-10. Under 5 minutes, third quarter. Kine, right corner to Ben Mayo again. 42-10.
Third triple of the quarter.
Riverdale still has not scored in the period. A driving layup from Andrew Lamb is no good, and they still haven't scored. Banks with the rebound. Selleck into the front court, double team, finds Kine. Nice pass to a cutting Grayson Voss. Lays it in along the right baseline, 44-10.
Get a timeout, coach.
Lamb, left corner, left wing, won't take the three. Drives inside, throws up a wild shot. Foul should be before the shot. Will go on Logan Kine. Fourth, third team foul on the Braves. First personal on Logan Kine. 4:26 to go in the third quarter. Riverdale remains at 10 points. Lamb, left wing, goes top of the circle to Rockney. Fakes right with the pass and pulls up with a right side top of the circle three that's good. 44-13, and that's the first field goal, first points of the third quarter in the second half for Riverdale.
Yeah, these long scoring droughts for the Mavericks are not going to do them any favors in many games.
Turnover by the Braves. Lamb into the front court, drives left of the key. Kicks a wild pass to Jarvis, right corner. Way out to Rockney. Riverdale with a couple of deep passes, almost like they're playing football. Trying to go deep down the field. Jarvis, right corner three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound to Grayson Voss. Quickly to Bodine, far side, has a poked away. Oh, they're going to say it's off of Bodine. Out of bounds, and ball will go back to Riverdale. Back-to-back turnovers for the Braves with 3:35 to go in the third quarter, but a 31-point lead at 44-13. Number 13, Nate Jenke, will inbound for the Braves as Banks is going to get a couple of players in off the bench. It's their first players off the bench, Wormington and Jansen. Out to Nielsen for Riverdale. Holds against Voss. Right wing to Andrew Lamb. Drives through a couple of defenders. Passes tipped, and Andrew Lamb goes down with a right knee, and play will continue. Bodine, right corner three, no. Rebound tipped around, and ball knocked to the floor. Now we're going to have a whistle and a timeout, Banks, I think, and that's, I think, kind of a sportsmanship timeout, if anything else, to get a stop of play with Andrew Lamb still down right or left of his own basket at the other end of the court. Not putting much weight on his right knee, kind of buckled underneath him, and he's going to be helped off the court by his head coach, Michael Johnson. Again, not sure if it's a 30 or a full. Was paying more attention to Andrew Lamb, wanting to make sure he was okay, but stayed down on the floor for quite some time, even after a fast break opportunity for the Braves.
You know, you see a lot of timeouts whenever a team, you know, in college ball and some of the other states even in high school in the top leagues, when they call, you know, those leagues that have TV timeouts and stuff like that, and they'll take a timeout. A team will take a timeout, and it'll be close to a media timeout, and they'll erase off the team timeout, and it'll go to a full media timeout. I think that's one right there where it's obvious that the timeout was taken because of the injury, where the officials should step in and say, no, that's an official's timeout. You get that one back, coach.
44-13, heat check for Ben Mayo, right corner as we return from the timeout. Comes up short that time, and we're going to get a travel for Banks, I think, on Wyatt Selleck off the rebound. 44-13, 2:51 to go in the third quarter.
Maybe that's something we can...
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Into the front court, and we're going to get an over and back violation as Nielsen tries to sneak his way across with a huge bunny hop, and does not avoid the look of the official, and it's going to be another turnover for Riverdale, at least their 11th of the game. Selleck to Wormington far side, back to Selleck, top of the circle. Fakes left, comes back to Wormington right, back to Selleck. It drives around a couple of defenders. Nice pass inside to Dylan Jansen, shoved in the back, can't get the layup to go, but he'll head to the line to shoot two.
Dylan Jansen with the pink Nikes as we are getting close to, we're in that season. We're getting close to February, but still we see a lot of pink out games going on even in this month, and got those nice pink Nikes on there.
Like old skater shoes. Jarvis, number 5 for Riverdale, has got some flashy, almost look like Laker shoes with the purple and yellow.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, and then it made me think of LeBron's wild shoes the other night in Portland.
Cassie now in the game for Riverdale, comes near side right wing to Nielsen against Voss. Tries to drive inside, throws a wild pass out to Cassie. Left corner three is an air ball, grazes the net. That's it. Rebound to Wormington, and he'll about a half pace, 2 minutes left. Banks in control, a little bit high, but Mayo able to save the pass near side in front of his own bench. Nice pass inside from Voss across the baseline to the opposite side of the rim to Dylan Jansen, and it's 47-13. Whistle, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Mavericks as Braves are going to go to their bench now with Christian Lida in, Noel Mayo in for the first time. Expect to see the rest of the bench to start the fourth quarter. Rockney holds against Mayo, now dribbles between his hands left to right. Pass is tipped. Wormington able to get a mid on it, but it gets to Rockney. Nielsen right wing, back to Rockney, way out on top right side. Got away with the travel. Cassie to Jarvis, left corner. Can't go up with it. Over the cross key pass to Nielsen right wing. Holds. Back the other way to Jarvis, left side. Fakes inside, drives across the top of the key free throw line, leaves it for Nielsen. Jumper right elbow is a wild shot that misses everything but the weak side of the backboard, and the rebound to Christian Lyda. Starts right, comes back left. Nice pass to Wormington. It is Noel Mayo. Walker has not entered the game yet. Noel Mayo pull-up jumper around and off, no good, right of the key. And the rebound to Jarvis for Riverdale, final 40 seconds of the period. Riverdale with 3 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's these long scoring drives. They've been doing it all game, and that's one of the reasons why they're behind by 34 points right now.
Nielsen to Rockney, back to Nielsen, way out on top. Near one of the ears of the Bulls, of the gray and blue Bulls logo, although they're the Mavericks. Pull up right baseline jumper from Jarvis, no. Just outside the key. Quickly ahead to Wormington in the front court. Final seconds, nobody wants to shoot, and it's stolen at the horn. It's actually Rockney from about 3/4 court, comes up well short as the horn for the third quarter sounds. After 3 periods, it's Banks in a lap for 47, Riverdale 13. Banks will improve to 15, get their 15th win of the season and stay undefeated in Coastal Range League boys play. Will return with the fourth quarter and get you some bench call when we come back after this from Main Street Pizza.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street Pizza.
Start of the fourth quarter, having a little discussion about the definition of a Maverick between periods. Banks with the basketball and a 34-point lead. Christian Lyda, Braves bench now in, except for Ben Mayo. Wormington, left corner, feeds it inside to Jansen, left low block. Gets the kind bounce off the back rim, 49-13 in another football score. We've had a lot of those over the course of the season. Back the other way, and shot rejected by Dylan Jansen as Nielsen tries to drive in amongst a crowd far side. Oh no, they're going to call a foul. The foul's on Christian Lyda, his second. Fourth team foul. First free throw from Nielsen is short, off the front of the rim, no good. And now Parker Littlejohn comes in replacing Ben Mayo. Second free throw for Nielsen rattles out, no good. Rebound to Bo Wormington. Now Max Walker right in front of us, getting ready to check in. Next whistle, Christian Lyda, no Mayo. Inside to Littlejohn, nice backdoor pass to Dylan Jansen for the easy two, 51-13.
4 points in the quarter, 8 points in the game for Jansen.
Back the other way, Riverdale with the basketball. Rockney drives inside. They're apparently not ready to wave the white flag yet. Still got their starters in. Three from the top of the circle from Janke is no good, too hard. Rebound to Wormington, gets it to Lyda across. Brings it up across the timeline. Wormington pulls up left wing, couple of dribbles, gets it back to Lyda far side. To Noel Mayo, drives right baseline. Runner, nice finger roll with the runner right of the basket, and he's got his first two, 53-13. Nielsen near side to Rockney. Rockney holds against Noel Mayo. Now we'll bring it with the dribble. High left elbow. Nielsen drives around Lyda, tries to go to the basket. No basket. We're going to have a foul on the floor before the shot. It'll go on Christian Lyda, his third.
I didn't see the foul, but I saw him carry the basketball through the lane.
And Max Walker will check in for Banks. Thought maybe a player was coming in for Riverdale, but I think Miller's coming in for Jarvis for the Mavericks. Nielsen to inbound left of his own basket, way out on top to Rockney. Far side to Miller, right wing, has it pass blocked right back in his face by Wormington. Beautiful pass ahead to Christian Lyda. Head fakes, got away with the travel, lays it up and in, 55-13.
10 points for Christian Lyda off the bench.
5.5 minutes left, running clock. Rockney throws up a wild shot. Christian Lyda with another foul. He's picked up 3 fouls in about 30 seconds.
And he's just like looking up like, what? What did I do?
They still got 2 on the board for, oh no, they took it away from Christian Lyda, gave it to Noel Mayo. I think Christian thought it was on him too and stuck his hand out like, what did I do? And first free throw for Rockney is good. First point for Riverdale in quite some time. Rockney hits a pair, 55-15.
Rockney has got to be on the all-state names team.
Well, I was looking at Oakland's roster earlier in the season. They have a player, Calvin. First and last name
there
the same.
There you go. All names team. I think it should be something, just looking at the rosters all across the state.
Lyda working the dribble to Noel Mayo, right wing back to Lyda, bounce pass to Little John, out to Wormington for 3. That's good from the left wing. 58-15, 4:40 left.
Everything the Braves are throwing up is going down.
Nielsen leaves it for Ben Vaverka now in the game. Nielsen to Janke. Spins on his way to the key. Pulls up, gets nothing but the bottom of the backboard, but saved, or attempting to save it, is Robert Miller, and it's going to go out of bounds back to Banks.
Yeah, he tried to save, but he forgot to control where his feet was going.
Timeout Banks to give a little instruction to the Braves bench. It will be a 30-second timeout, 4:07 left. It's all Braves in the second half, 58-15. Hoping to move up a couple of spots into the top 5 in 3A boys basketball. We'll keep things here since it is just a 30-second break and try to get you a 2-minute break in the postgame to try to get some of our sponsors in before the end of the game. But we got everybody in for the girls' game, so try to cover as many as we can before the end of this one. Likely not a lot of full timeouts the rest of the way. 4:07 left, 58-15 Banks. Riverdale, or no, it will be Braves basketball. Little John will inbound right of the basket for Riverdale. Lyda, Riverdale now trying to set up a full court press. Walker dribbles, picks it up. Lyda out near midcourt to Wormington, left wing. On top to Noel Mayo. Lyda far side. Cross-court pass to Noel Mayo. He pulls up for a left wing 3. Looked online, just rims out, no good. Rebound controlled by Nielsen to head the other way to Robert Miller. And Christian Lyda is going to get called for the foul. That will be his, or should be his 4th.
If you wouldn't have said his name, Noel Mayo, when he took that 3-pointer, the way he took it up, you could tell he's brothers with Ben, because I almost thought that was Ben for a second until I heard you say Noel.
They have the same form. First free throw for Robert Miller is good. 58-16. Second free throw short, over and off, no good. 58-16 is the score with under 3.5 minutes left. Running clock, Little John holds. Gives to Noel Mayo, over the top to Lyda far side. Bad pass gets it to Littlejohn, though. Nice move inside by Max Walker, no. Rebound controlled by Nielsen. Cherry picking, Rockney back the other way, lays it up and in, 58-18.
Hey, cherry picking or not, whatever gets them a score is good at this point.
Into the front court. Littlejohn holds far side. Bounce pass inside from Littlejohn, kicks it out to Noel Mayo from Max Walker. Wide open three, no, a little too long off the side of the rim. Walker has it poked away and out of bounds by Nielsen. It will stay Braves basketball under 3 minutes, 58-18.
That's a great job by Max working the boards there to get them a second opportunity.
Banks will improve to 15-3. Riverdale will drop to 14-5, and more importantly, Banks will now have a 3-game lead on Riverdale in Coastal Range League boys play. Nielsen pulls up, right side top of the circle three, back rim and off, no good. Rebound to Noel Mayo. Lyda across the timeline far side, bounce pass to Wormington. Lyda cuts through after the pass, sets up right corner, gets a feed a little too high from Wormington, and turnover back to Riverdale, but Braves another learning experience that will come in a victory, so still able to smile despite the turnover. 58-18, 1:45 left, a 40-point lead. Nielsen pulls up left wing to Janke against Walker. Janke, free throw line, back out to Rockney. Rockney now dribbles the ball left to the key, drives to the basket, no, tries to hook a pass out to nobody, and it's going to go to the end of the scores table and out of bounds. Turnover back to the Braves with 1:15 left, and the Braves may not shoot. They're still going to run their offense. 4 flash. Lyda, right wing. And it's knocked out of bounds by Rockney, far side. Now under a minute. Lyda. Inbounds quarter court to Noel Mayo. Drives, runner in the key is good, so the Braves do shoot.
Teardrop.
And a beautiful teardrop at the rim from Noel Mayo, 60-18. Final 30 seconds, and Riverdale able to score that time. I think Robert Miller.
Yep.
60-20 should be your final score. 24 seconds left.
Yeah, I would expect Christian just to do what he's doing right here. Just dribble it out. Well, he gives it off to Bo, but Bo's just going to hold it. And at this point, you know, even next year, even with a shot clock, you could actually do this at this point because shot clock could be turned off.
Yeah, there was less than 24 seconds when they brought the ball up the court. So, and actually, I think it's going to be a 30-second shot clock, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe so.
So, final score: Banks 60, Riverdale 20. Unfortunately, they play in one of the weakest leagues in 3A boys basketball, but hopefully a convincing win like this against another likely playoff team should move them up at least a spot into the top 5. Final score: Banks 60, Riverdale 20. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back after this from Scoggins Creek Coffee.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-43602.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a third-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And we're back. Final score, Banks 60, Riverdale 20. Banks trying to move up into the top 5. Currently ranked 6 in the latest OSA A3A boys rankings. Get you a quick look at some final individual scoring and our Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game as things are starting to close out quickly here at Riverdale High School. Jonathan, can you go over the numbers once again?
Game high score is Ben Mayo with 14 points, 10 points for Christian Lyda off the bench, 8 points for Dylan Jansen off the bench. I'm counting just quickly with points off the bench right there is at least 22 points off the bench between 8 points from Dylan Jansen, 4 points from Noel Mayo, and 9 points or 10 points off the bench from Christian Lyda. You go with, you take your pick. Got 3 triples from Ben Mayo in the third quarter. 8 of the 10 points for Christian Lyda was in the second quarter. I say either one of those 2 guys, your pick.
Well, Ben Mayo's gotten it quite a few times this season. Normally the leading scorer, Christian Lyda, kind of a breakout game for him, getting into double figures. Normally doesn't score a lot. I say give it to Christian Lyda with 10 points.
Yeah, no arguments there for me. Great game by Christian.
So Christian Lyda tonight's Oregon National Guard hero of the game. Banks improves to 15-4 with a crushing defensive performance tonight and a 40-point blowout of Riverdale by a score of 60-20. Our next broadcast is Monday night. 2 home games next week, starting with Neocani on Monday. Hope to have you join us then, beginning with girls basketball at 6 o'clock. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Hope to have you back with us next Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Good night, good luck, and go Braves at Corbett later in the week as the Lady Braves